What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Big wolf. Found a moose antler. Wade in the oil. Yeah! Look at that. Beast! It's a little baby bald eagle.
Cool morning, but it is warming up. Looks like we have a beautiful day, quite the contrast to yesterday and the day before. First thing today is going to be a few rapids. We don't know what to expect with them, but we are hoping they're just going to be big, fun, exciting rapids that will not take a ton of time to scout, line, and or potentially portage. And if we make it a good distance today, we might be able to make it to Tuduli Lake. Tuduli Lake's a concerning lake because it's massive. If the weather's like this, I think we'll be fine. So you never know. We haven't been running into the best luck with winds on those lakes.
Bring these small jars of peanut butter so I can pack them. Just folded down a tortilla, 2 Built bars, 2 Cliff bars, 2 packs trail mix, and 6 dried fruit to goes. We used to make a lunch every time, and it was great, but like often they'd be buried in the food barrel under the spray deck, and no one really wanted to get it or do it, so we would just like get hungry and hangry and yell at each other and not eat lunch. Eggs, ham, and red and green peppers. Freeze-dried meal again for breakfast this morning. Having a hard time stomaching it, to be quite honest with you. I feel a little barfy. I don't feel very good right now. These random spots are turning out to be pretty good because the forest is much more open here. It's really lumpy, but as long as you can find just a big enough spot, the moss is really soft and you just kind of like obus form into place. Plus we're exhausted, so we'd probably sleep on a bed of nails. Gorgeous, gorgeous freaking day. Blessed with this. We're about to get on the water and get paddling, and it always feels good to just get out there. So I'm looking forward to dipping my blade in the water for the first time today. You buggeroonies. Fly down the windpipe. I wonder if anyone's ever choked to death and died from inhaling black
Probably.
fly. So my sunglasses are broken and it's really sucked. I cheaped out and I knew they were brittle. Now I really wish I hadn't done that. Like 3 clicks to the first rapid, eh? Oh, bald eagle.
We might be near its nest, eh? Nesting pair of bald eagles. I think we're getting close to their nest and they don't like it.
It's a bald eagle nest there. You can see one of the babies in it. Look at the size of that nest. Bald eagles make the biggest nest out of any bird, up to a ton apparently, which is unbelievable. But wow. Beautiful. There's one of the babies just sitting there in the nest. So nice to see. From a just absolutely beautiful bird that almost went extinct. It's put on the endangered species list and it's recently been removed. Their numbers have increased since they banned DDT and protected a lot of habitat. Phenomenal that they can build those nests. And the mom or the dad, whichever one it is just over here in a tree top chirping out. Doesn't really appreciate me being here. It's a little baby bald eagle in the nest. He doesn't seem to like the black flies either. It's pretty cute. And there, right over here, is Mom. Ready to beat my ass down if I get too close. Could be Dad too, I suppose, but really cool. Look at the size of that nest. Built hanging off the side of that tiny spruce tree. All just with a beak and some talons. Really amazing craftsmanship. I couldn't do it. An intelligent bird. Right on our island we camped last night, eh? Yeah. You guys have a good day. Lots of good fishing. We'd better get out of here. Really freaking cool experience there, seeing that bald eagle nest with the baby in it and Mom watching right over us. I've seen the nest before, but never with a baby in it, and never with the mom or dad sitting there chirping at us. So really cool experience. So nice to see these birds coming back so strong after they were on the endangered species list and we almost lost them because of DDT, but they figured it out and protected habitat, and since they've been removed from the list, and so there's a success story, and they seem to be coming back in more and more numbers. And up around here they're all just huge. It's incredible. So awesome experience, and glad we spotted it.
Super secure nest that can withstand you know, all kinds of storms and all that kind of stuff, and they use them like many birds year after year as well. Really cool experience to see them interacting with us right by their nest. So pretty awesome start to the day. The next rapid's just like right around this bend. I don't know, maybe a couple 100 meters.
After that is that long one that's almost 2 kilometers long.
Oh, okay. And then's Davenport. Yeah, the 2 kilometer long one looks like, you know, these all just might be portages, eh? The last one that we was like a total piece of cake. It was like nothing.
Right. Battle, just bomb, fly through this, fly through porcupine.
Don't scout anything, just dump.
Go to Dooley Lake today, catch 2 like 40-pound lake trout, crossed Lake Dooley.
Trade them for tobacco.
Paddle through the middle of the night on a compass herring to just make it to town to get some tobacco. And then head out and finish the lake on a GPS bearing just while the wind isn't around. Anyway, let's see when we get there. There's the eagle. Yo, you want to take some casts here?
Sure.
That was pretty good. Fun rapid. It's front ferried into this eddy. We're gonna take a couple castaroonies.
There's one. Woo! Whoa! Dude! Huge pike on! Absolute beast. Over 10 pounds. A hell of a lot bigger than what I've been catching so far. Oh my god! Whoa! Look at that.
Oh, that's a beast, Jim.
Photo. Quick, quick. I don't know, it's not that big. So thick though.
I'd say it's getting up closer to 10.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
There you go, bud. Be on your merry way.
There he goes.
Well, it was probably the second biggest pike I've ever caught. Oh, there it is. There, talk about a contrast. Just loaded with pike in here, eh?
Nice fish, Jim. Let her go.
Whoa.
Didn't retie before leaving camp.
Whoa!
So I'm missing out on all the fun and the action right now.
Whoa! Dude, I got a tank on here. Did you see that? Pretty big pike here, man. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Whoa, bud. What? That's a fatty. Look at that guy. That is a decent old pike there. Hey, Ted. Pick. Hey, get a pick. Hold on, I'll paddle over there. Oh.
What's it?
Yeah. I want to play a little Where's Waldo? Where are you, Waldo? Huge.
It's like the same size.
Oh, this one's huge. Dude. Your roll on this, man.
I just want to start fishing.
I know, just but we need the footage, Joe.
I enjoy fishing.
Oh, stop, you're just jealous. I've rolled on you 100 times.
I'm jealous because I want to fish.
I've rolled on you.
Pictures of you the whole time. You know?
I've rolled on you fishing 100 times. Oh, Waldo! Where's Waldo, baby? Where's Waldo? Whoa. Oh, yeah! What a tank! There's Waldo. There he is.
Nice fish. Gorgeous. What kind of fish is that?
Walleye, baby.
Alright, here we go. Finally, Ted's lure is in the water. That's why you should always tie your lure at camp, boys and girls. Or else you'll just miss out on the action and end up taking pictures of other people's fish. Well, you squabble to join the fun. But everyone's just like, yeah, catching fish, and you're just squabbling. Oh yeah. Oh, that. Oh no. Oh, and it must have been a pike. That was a heavy pike.
You got bit off?
Yeah, that was heavy, dude.
Yeah, dude, there's some tanks in here.
So I got bit off immediately. And then Jim laughs at me. Last picture I take of him of the trip. Still missing out on the action here. On a metal leader just because I got bit off in like 2 seconds there. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's a fish. A fish is a fish. There you go, bud. Oh, oh, there he goes. Glad Jim caught that nice fatty walleye because that's gonna be good eating. Walleye. There she is.
Well, Ted was all getting jealous of me and he's all bummed out because he was like, got bit off and he's just caught in a tank walleye, probably the biggest one of the trip yet. So that frown has been turned upside down on old Teddy. What? Amazing fish, dude. One thing that's pretty special about this spot is just it's loaded full of bigger sized fish. Fortunately, Ted had the eye to see this eddy. Basically, we turned around and front ferried across the biggest waves of this whole rapid, hitting them backwards just to make it to this fishing hole. And it has proved to be quite fruitful, super fun, but unfortunately, we don't have time to stick around. Coming up to an esker where it drops off into the lake. Eskers are ancient river bottoms. If you look at them along their course, they form the winding shape of a river. But these river bottoms were at the base of massive glaciers that stretched up almost a kilometer in height. And their features are the way they are because all the sediment was held in by the ice walls on the outside of the esker. And once that river dried up and the glaciers melted, they're left in a dome feature and serpentine in appearance, just like rivers.
On the seal, we're going to be running into a lot more of that kind of thing than we have thus far, which should make for really cool camping and hiking, and just more scenic as well. So looking forward to that.
Well, as we're cruising along the river here, we noticed a tributary. Now, most of the tributaries we pass it is very slow moving, but this one has a bunch of rapids. Well, because it's coming out with some current, it means that it might be fishy. So we're gonna paddle up it a bit, take a couple casty poos.
We're hoping this is going to be hammer time for fishing here is what he's trying to get at. What do you think? Maybe we'll catch a 20-pound walleye. Maybe we'll catch a 60-inch pike. Maybe there'll be lake trout in here this cold mountain spring. Let's give this a whirl.
This looks like there might be grayling here. Do a fish.
Zilch. No 20-pound walleye so far. No 50-inch pike.
Oh, a nice walleye. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yep, nice walleye. What a beauty. Woo! Walleye, baby. Yeah, it seems like they're out here.
Well, I caught one right up there.
Right.
I think maybe the big ones are out here in the slower current, eh?
Seems like it. Yeah. Another pig.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hooked into something just jigging. Yeah. Just jigging. Personal best walleye, dude.
Hold it up.
Personal best walleye. Look at that. Woo! I'd say so. Close to it anyways. What a fight.
One quick little video. Boom. Nice.
Yep. Oh, this one's good. Oh, I lost it. Oh no, Jim. That was a tank, dude.
Oh. Yo. Hold on, let me get a pic.
In the water she goes.
Float back down, jigging. That's how I caught that last tank, personal best walleye. Hooked in to a biggin. Oh my God. Dude! Dude! My new personal best! Yeah! Yeah! Boom!
Nice.
Personal best for sure.
Yeah, dude. I'd say so. Look at that, eh?
Wow.
That's a tank. Grab my rod here. Look at that. That's a tank. Yeah!
Well, pulling into that little creek up by the creek mouth wasn't the best. Jim caught a small walleye there and a small pike, so I'm pretty good, but it was actually out where the two rivers merged in a little slow moving water where there was just some giants lurking. Jim caught the two biggest ones there and I caught 4, and I think, you know, nice sized ones. We have to move on, unfortunately, but there's definitely some giants lurking in there. There's probably like some 15-pounders. I mean, look at the size of this river. How could there not be just giants in here, untouched? No one fishes here. So, you know, there's definitely some monsters. Sometimes it's hard to catch the bigger ones because the smaller ones come up more aggressively and grab things. I did lose something that just felt like an anvil.
10-pounder probably, eh?
Might have been. I just think that was just a walleye hole. It just, there must have been so many in there. So the average size was way bigger than the other place we were catching them at the base of that rapid. Walleye fishing is just off the charts here.
Off the charts, yeah!
Freaking epic. Epic. So fun.
So fun.
It's a nice day.
Oh, yes!
Jim's really geeking out over this. He's even wearing a walleye shirt.
I'm even wearing a walleye shirt. No wonder I'm catching them. Yeah! I'm not excited at all. Stay right, run the first part, scout the next part. Last drop might be pretty serious, so I don't think it all drops right there, but we won't know till we get there.
I think there's gonna be like a 10-foot standing wave there, personally.
So you think that's a portage?
No, not necessarily.
So we're gonna run a 10-foot standing wave?
Maybe just like run it, you know? Okay. We don't know what this is gonna be. It might end up being a relatively easy run, or it might end up being challenging.
Yeah, down lower it looks bigger, Ted.
Yeah. I think the left's gonna be smaller.
Okay, yeah, let's go left. The bald eagle. It's easy!
Big freaking rapid, but we're skating by on the left here. High volume.
Pretty powerful waves and holes in that, but I was able to kind of find a sneak route down the left.
A lot of volume there.
All right.
That was fun, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome high volume rapid. Because we scouted from the river up top, we picked the left line that really had less going on. Still pretty gnarly, like you still had to keep your line, but essentially we managed to avoid all the big stuff. Probably you would have swamped regardless if you took it down the far right. It was runnable, so that was great because it wasn't a portage and we didn't have to scout, take hours scouting. Still a fun run, like fast current just whipping down. But it is weird how the map is marked and how some rapids are just nothing and other ones are quite the rodeo, and really they don't look that much different on the map. A good sign that we were able to skate down a rapid like that with the high water. Hopefully when we get to the seal that's very rapid heavy compared to the south seal that we're on, we're able to miss some of the stuff that's gotten too big. We've made it about 30 kilometers today now. We're still gonna make it out to Dooley Lake and find a camp spot and hopefully make it across the lake tomorrow.
Done about 35 clicks today. Rapids, big fish, sunny times, good day, but we're nearing to Dooley Lake, which is a huge crossing. We're considering trying to get out on and make some distance today, but we don't really need to. Hopefully those aren't I don't eat those words if there's huge waves tomorrow, because we haven't had the best of luck with the wind. But yeah, I think we're gonna pull over. We see just like a spot where we could probably camp, sort of a sandy spot there. We might have to climb up a hill a bit, and looks like it might be sweet. Looks like we're rewarded with a nice campsite.
Look at this campsite.
Are blessed with a sick campsite.
It's actually a bit of a beach exposed.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Look at these wolf prints.
Cool. Wow.
Big old wolf print. Oh, dude, a sick moose antler over here. Cool. Found a moose antler.
Found an antler, found an antler,
Cool.
Found an antler last night. Whoa.
No shortage of places to camp here, eh?
Wow. Good idea stopping to camp here, I think.
Look at this.
All right. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Looks like somebody had a cabin here at one time, but you know, people still come and camp here from, there's a really remote fly-in only or winter road only community onto Dooley Lake that we won't be able to stop in at, but they would probably take, once in a while, take a long boat ride across the lake, maybe, and camp here. Big wolf. Here's the wolf tracks all the way across here. Wolf just came trotting along.
Cool camp spot.
Feel like the because of the high water, we haven't seen as much wildlife as we probably would have.
because a lot of the beaches and gravel bars have just been underwater. But whenever you find a spot like this, you're seeing a lot of the tracks. So, you know, maybe if things get a little more like this on the seal, possibly get to see some animals. There's was an old cabin here that maybe burnt down in a forest fire, because there has been a forest fire here a number of years ago, and all that remains is this bottom frame of this cabin. This here, some of the, you can see it was here, and some of the like chimney still there, and some of the stuff that would have been here. Old, like maybe a barrel stove that was in it here. Used like a paint can there for a chimney section. Possibly it succumbed to the fire. Anyway, awesome spot.
A slippery stowaway.
Who is it? It's Captain Morgan.
A
stowaway. R. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
C.
C. I asked Jim before, that's why he knew. He said R, and he's like, yes it is, it's R. And I'm like, no, it's C.
Yeah.
A lot of bugs.
Yeah, I was doing it because it was easier to just cut the ribs out after the other night. I can, but I'm just rolling.
Alright, I got this vegan, and this little thing works off the Inmarsat satellites, and you just basically turn it until it's in line with the satellite. When you get a solid signal, and then you can silence it with one tap of the power button. Boom. And open the app and the Wi-Fi and connect. I'm gonna do a post here.
Want to connect to the internet or just make a phone call?
So it's working. So my post is posting. Right now I'm just on this Esker in the middle of the freaking wilderness, and this little tiny device just hooked us up to the internet thanks to the satellitephonestore.com. I just posted a bunch of pictures, and everyone's gonna see what we've been up to, building the catamaran, sailing across that massive lake, catching these walleye, having the fish fry, showing the sunsets, you name it. You know, a lot of people can't get out here and do this, so I love to share it with everybody and, you know, give them a taste of this adventure and bring them along as best I can. What better way to do it than is in real time, in the moment? And I've never really been able to do this before, so it's super cool. And you can also make phone calls with this thing too, so I'm going to call my wife after this. Pretty freaking sweet. Thumbs up to this unit. It is small too. Got a Wi-Fi signal, so Jim's going to be able to connect all the way over there and do his update as well. So pretty freaking awesome.
So I'm just going to share a picture of one of the tank walleye that I've slammed and a couple pics from just around camp here today. That is neat, from way out here in the wilderness like that. Pretty cool.
Hello? Hello. Hi. All is well and we are safe. How are you? We're just camped on a Esker, sort of like the one we camped on the Des Moines, but kind of a little bigger. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Love being able to update everybody from out here. So cool. Cajun style.
Cajun style fish crisp. And basically I put the fillets in here. Delicious fresh pickerel fillets. And I blow in it to get a little air in there.
Yeah.
And I shake it up. And all that fish crisp sticks to the fillets. And you can use other stuff. You can use flour with your own seasoning, whatever. I like to use fish crisp because somehow I can never make it the same as good. And then,
ooh, lay it in the oil. Ooh, look at the size of that fillet.
the Cajun's got a little orangey color for sure. Yeah, because it's too close.
What's that?
We got the little Frank's Red Hot Buffalo here.
Nice.
And a little tartar sauce as well. Me and Ted have been big fans of the Frank's Red Hot with the fish.
It's just deadly.
The best one yet.
Fluffy.
Delicious.
Get that all up in there.
Mmm.
I'm getting this delicious fish and chip walleye.
Super fun day. Better than the last couple of days. We made a little further than the daily clicks that we need to put behind us, and no horrific headwinds and a couple rapids, but they're manageable. And we can get a well-deserved sleep.
Coffee time.
To charge all our camera equipment out here. We're using this Jackery Explorer 1000. It's got 3 AC plugs, so you can even plug a power bar into there and get multiple more. It's got 2 USB quick charge, a 2.4 amp and a 3 amp, and 2 USB-C, and the standard cigarette lighter like you have in your car. Jackery sells their own solar panels called the Solar Saga. You can get 60, 100 watt and 200 watt panel. 2 of those 100 watt panels will charge this thing from 0 in 8 hours with full sun. In comparison, a wall in your house will do it in 7 hours, so pretty good. They also offer a bunch of other sizes, smaller than this, bigger than this. We have 4 GoPros that we're using every day. We have this mirrorless camera that I'm filming on right now, Jim's got a mirrorless camera, and then we have 2 professional camcorders and a drone. We're also charging our cell phones, and this puppy's getting it done. To activate these 3 AC plugs, you just press that. To activate this one, press that right there. All these come on, including this. Here's the display that shows how much juice is left, how much input and output there is. It's even got a little light on the side. Clean, quiet energy. Great just to have around the house even. I've used it before when the power's gone out. Run my internet to finish editing and uploading a video for YouTube. And so it just feels good having it. 25 days out here. We wouldn't be able to do it without it, so right on.
Found this moose antler at the site here. Pretty cool. You can see here that someone was camped here, it looks like in the winter. They've got here's the old spruce boughs that are down, they would have used. You can see all the needles in the ground there. And they would have had like a canvas tent up. 2 poles here that have been lashed together. And this whole site been used for a long time. It looks like at certain times of year they post up here and hunt or fish. Really nice change to where we've been camping the last few nights in swampy moss. We've got the 2nd largest lake of the trip to contend with today. Fingers crossed the wind is good. Really that's what it comes down to. Is the wind okay for safe passage? Hopefully maybe even get into some more of this great fishing, because that's just been absolutely epic. More eggs. A little bit of moss. Breakfast this morning.
Like a little place to cross in a campsite here.
Ideally we make it all the way across to Dooley Lake today.
And Shathini Lake is like even bigger than Dooley.
We had an easier day yesterday, so we're kind of sort of thinking like, oh, you know, maybe the trip's getting a bit easier. And it's just not at all.
Come on, Thermacell, start selling, start thermaing.
Good.
This mosquito just kamikazed into my coffee.
I broke my sunglasses, aka my sunnies. I cheaped out. I had these, I'm like, oh, I'll just be careful. I knew they were brittle, and of course they broke. So I am going to attempt to fix them with plastic putty. Epoxy. Like that's all that holds these together, so pretty flimsy really.
So I got my sunglasses on. They're working, which is great. And they actually fit against my face fine, like not horribly uncomfortable. So hopefully they hold up for the duration of the trip. Who knows, maybe I'll have to do another repair. Not having them yesterday was pretty miserable because it was just a really bright, freaking sunny day, and like, you know, being a blue-eyed ginger, I like squint in the dark. It can be pretty annoying. But anyway, back in action. We got a long day ahead of us. It does seem like the weather's maybe changing, not for the better.
It's really cool that we're traveling this ancient route, and although we have modern material, it's kind of cool that essentially we're doing it under our own power with the same tools that have been used for many, many years. It really gives you a feel for what it would be like to have been on this land 1,000 years ago, because you wind up in the same campsites and you see the same things when you travel by the same means. And Ted and I have stumbled across a lot of really interesting things, artifacts, old stone cairns, one we found in the Arctic, an undocumented. Same thing with all kinds of ancient campsites. When you're paddling along, you see a good place to camp. Well, chances are that's been a good place to camp for the last 800 years. This area is pretty special too, because it's different than other places I've traveled. We have the northern boreal forest and these giant eskers of sand. Just neat, because as we travel further north, you can tell that the glaciers stuck around here a lot longer than they did back where we started this trip. Stay right, jump this point.
Staying left right now though too might block us from the wind. We're like here.
There.
So if we stayed left, we'd be blocked from the wind.
Stay left, jump these bays. That's a pretty good plan too, dude. Might be a big jump, but this might be kind of partially blocked. I like that plan, dude. I like that. But then we might get windbound here. I think if we stay right, the waves will be bigger. Potentially, we'll be taking more, but we'll also be paddling right close to shore.
We'll be paddling close to shore here too, no?
Well, we will be, but then when we start jumping,
but we have to jump here somewhere too. All right, we'll go up the right.
You think? Yeah.
I guess, but this is also like 6 kilometers further.
4 kilometers shorter. Yeah. All right, well, I say we just go for it, dude.
Some low rain-filled clouds have come in, low pressure, and with them they're bringing some wind, but also just going out into a big lake, you're just much more exposed, and so a small wind becomes a sketchy wind. Well, you're gonna paddle straight out that way. Why don't we just paddle straight to the little island here?
Like that?
Right there, yeah. Is that the island with the F on it?
I think it's just down from that. Bald eagle nest. See the eagle's nest?
Wow, amazing.
They're on an island at the mouth of a big bay, and we're gonna do a crossing, but it's pretty sketchy. If anything goes south, it's an honor to have surfed on this expedition with you.
Tell my wife I love her. Gets choppy around the islands too, like waves coming from 2 sides. You notice the eagles just again? The waves had actually died a bit, so we kind of changed our course. We were cutting out to one of the mid-lake islands. Right now, it's working out well, and it's shaving off at least 1 kilometer right now. Now we should be pretty sheltered for a little bit, a few kilometers in here, dipping behind points, and make it all the way to Chip Point on the map here. We just came up from here and paddled behind this island, and we made a crossing out to this little island here, and then we just right now paddled across here. And then we should be sheltered behind these islands for a bit, but we can come around and hide behind these bays from the wind, hopefully, over to Chip Point here. Then we got a whole huge section of the lake there to deal with too. So we're making progress, but it's not easy, let me tell you. It's not easy. Feels like someone's poured lava inside my back muscles. Oh, it's nice to have these little island breaks though, let me tell you. And it's not an island break like Jamaica or something. Not that kind of break.
Island break.
We'd be on the island break. We're gonna get some rum punch.
Up of the red stripes.
Some red stripe.
Come to Jamaica and drink.
We're gonna eat some jerk chicken so spicy I can't even taste the meat.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, let's do it. And then we'll hang on the right side. Well, I guess there's whitefish in this lake. So I just found this fatty whitefish.
The dead fish floating on the shore?
Looks like an eagle got it. This fat whitefish just floating on shore here. I pulled it up to confuse Ted. Ah, it smells good. Well, we're just hiding out in the lee of this island here on Tuduli Lake, catching a break from the wind. I found like a huge dead whitefish. So there's whitefish in here clearly. Not sure how deep they're at. But anyways, Ted has proposed power naps. I was thinking we'd get around this corner and beast into headwinds. Power naps. It's like being brought back to life. Ted's proposed power naps. And in fact, not really proposed, but just engaged in a power nap. Don't know what it is. Obviously, I'm hoping it's a whitefish. Look at the little leech or something on him. There we go. That looks like a rain cloud if I ever saw one there.
Jim and I have been island hopping our way through Tuduli Lake and we are making progress. It is 5:15. Still have a long way to go ideally today. It does seem like the wind is dying in our favor. Still pretty tough headwind, but it's not nearly as gusty or as dangerous as strong. There's also some pretty ominous rain clouds. Just quite the contrast, about to pour on us kind of thing. Well, the rain has caught us. Scrambling to get our raincoats. I think I'm just going to throw my dry suit on here.
I got a fish on. Yeah, there's a nasty headwind.
Maybe it'll blow through with the rain.
Yeah. Maybe we should just post up here for a few minutes, eh, Ted?
Yeah, like a couple minutes. We're just hanging out here at this point called Chip Point. And we're just waiting out a bit of gusting wind and rain. Isolated clouds today, so I think it should blow through quickly.
Try bottom bouncing with that, eh?
Right.
Weather passed the wind anyway, so we're gonna go for it. Storm clouds are that way, blue skies are that way. We're making a big crossing, a little chop, but weather seems stable. I'm gonna pace myself and troll along the way. I'm not sure if there's lake trout in this lake. I think there are, and definitely are whitefish, because I saw that dead whitefish. A lot of the time when they're whitefish, they're lake trout too.
Still have a good bit to go. We figure we better finish it off while the weather's good.
Me and Ted are gonna just paddle well into the evening. Hopefully put Tuduli Lake behind us.
So many little pike. And back you go.
Just hooked into a big old walleye. Got him.
Yeah!
Big, eh?
Yeah, man.
Look at that.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Weather's cleared up. We got a fish for the pan.
Way in the distance, there is a little mound. You can see it, but we're headed to some land there. That's where we're going. One of the largest open water crossings Ted and I have ever attempted. We got some clouds in the distance, some rain in the distance. Oh, and a fish on.
Pig, Waldo! Pig! Wow. There it is. Yeah. What a beauty. Beauty walleye. Nice time to paddle in the evening. Woo! 6K. We're actually going with a slight breeze this time. Oh, oh. There she is. Back you go. Woo! My mighty waterways carry me for blue lake and rocky shores. I will return once more. High on a rocky ledge, I build my wigwam close to the water's edge. I will still blue lake and rocky shores. I will return once more. And he goes burning down and down the white water. That's how the log rider learns to step lightly. He's burning down and down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. It's a good Canadian folk song. I think it's about things being more important than money because it's sung by a woman whose parents try to get her to dance with the doctors and merchants and lawyers, but she's in love with a log driver because he goes burling down and down the right waters on logs, stepping from log to log, and which makes him a better dancer. And she ends up marrying him despite the fact that he's not rich, and probably ended up being way happier because of it. So I like that, because life's really not about money. And the older I get, the more I learn that money is important, but I could probably make more money doing other things. But I'm a pretty happy dude. Voyageurs, ones that knew more songs or had a good voice, would actually get paid more because they would keep up morale. If I was a voyageur, I think I'd sing Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Straight from the mother slums we busted. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, chopping heads, boy. It ain't safe no more. Good tune. Nearing shore. Tough to say how far, maybe 2 clicks. It's hard to judge distance over water. Stuff that looks close is usually farther than it looks. Still a beautiful evening. The wind stayed calm and at our tail, so not much more you can ask for. It is pretty late though. It is 10:10. We're still on the water. Hopefully there's somewhere to camp. If not, we'll just make a site, I guess. But it's good to get this big crossing under our belts. We're both exhausted. This has been a long, hard day. Oh, the air smells so good. Nice and warm too. I'm sure the bugs are gonna be pretty vicious at our campsite, but my hands so sore.
Perilous open water crossing to arrive at what looks like a swamp that we're gonna have to sleep in for the night.
Our swamp for the night. Yeah. How far have we made it today?
At least 35.
Probably about 35, 40 kilometers. I think we made it.
11 and a half hard hours on the water today. And we've arrived at our destination.
Oh, well, you know, this looks better. I don't know if there's anything flat, might be miserable, but certainly looks better to me.
Nice.
Oh, and I got a fish. Probably a dink pike. There we go. A little bigger, huh? Woo!
Actually a rocky outcrop here. Somehow, when I was like 3K from shore, the bugs found me. I was like paddle, paddle, swat, swat. My canoe has touched shore.
Smells amazing here. It is screwy.
It probably was just screwy and then it corrected itself.
Just gonna walk over and check here. There's like a grill here though, eh?
Yeah.
So, but it's weird though, because when people camp in winter, it's kind of a different situation, you know?
Yeah.
This looks miserable. It's pretty good, dude. Yeah, this is fine. It's like big, fluffy moss spots here. We have agreed, with which we have agreed. You think you gotta want more than you need. Will you have it all? You won't be free. Society, your crazy dream. Hope you're not lonely without me.
Had convinced me to bring less bug spray. We had too much stuff, so I left some bug spray behind, and now we're just like, what have we done? Got my thermocell out. Listen. Look at the little red light in there. That's how you know it's working. Clip this to the tree. Hopefully it helps, because they're pretty bad. Feel like my mom bought flowers and planted a tree. Gotta say that Mabel Shay's the bomb. She saw his package from what I know. Said that looks like a tube of cookie dough.
Good.
Perfectly filleted, way better than Jim's.
Yeah.
Skidding. Oh, no, because I'm skidding on a rock. Actually, like,
What more can a man do?
Right, exactly.
Backed up walleye. What a surprise, eh?
Just some
Yeah!
epic every night. Just epic fishing.
Yum, bro.
Edible.
Yum.